My best friend wanted me out of the picture so she and my husband could play happy family with my daughter. Now, she's having the hardest time of her life. My husband and I have been together since we were young teenagers. My best friend came a few years later. At first, she didn't like my husband. She said that he was clingy and tried to insert himself into our friendship. She said that she was civil to him because he was my romantic partner. Over the last few years, we have been hanging out a lot more. She comes over for a few drinks, and we go to movies and even visit local attractions together. We all three have a good time, and my husband does try to make nights for just the two of us often, too. However, last year my husband and I found out we were expecting a child together. My life changed and I had become more busy getting myself ready for motherhood. My best friend saw me less and less and we couldn't talk as much. That's when our dynamic changed. Recently I applied to school and am currently in college trying to get a law degree. I've been super busy. One day my husband gets a text, and it's from my best friend. She asks if they can talk, as she is upset. He took the phone call with me protesting and a few minutes later said, "Sandra, we need to go get Carla. Her father is picking a fight with her." I got upset as we were watching a movie together and I had just gotten the baby down for bed. We go to her house, which is about 20 minutes away, and she stays with us for a night. As I get our daughter back down to bed, Carla asks to cuddle with the two of us in our bed. I was hesitant. I have issues with claustrophobia due to a traumatic experience as a child. My husband gave the go-ahead. We settle in for the night. Carla's dad apologized and she headed back home. Once she was gone, I blew up on my husband. What he did was not only inappropriate but was disrespectful to my boundaries. Ever since, when she had an issue with her dad, she called my husband and vented. One day, while my in-laws were staying with us, my mother-in-law overheard a convo with my hubby and Carla. She was concerned and asked me if I was okay with it. I said, "No, not really," but every time I bring it up, he gets defensive, saying that she needs help, that she is going through a hard time. It is important to note that my mother-in-law was cheated on in the past by my husband's father. We are also extremely close, and she sees me as a daughter. She hates cheaters with a passion, and my husband, who I will refer to as James, was using the same excuse as his father did. She asked to speak to him privately and walked to our living room. They got into a heated match, and James apologized to me. He said he didn't know that it was hurting me and causing issues in our marriage. I asked him, how would he feel if I had asked him if another man could sleep in the bed with us? He deflated and tried to say, "It's different." His stepfather spoke up and said, "It is the same. You're uncomfortable with it. So is she. Quit with the excuses." Once the dust settled, my husband truly apologized to me for his actions and said he would do better. I kissed him and that was that. However, lately, Carla has been calling him 3 to 8 times a day. She says it's because she is bored and has no one else to talk to. I snap. I call him out over the nonchalance about the situation, how he answers when she calls, and how it makes me feel like a third wheel in my marriage. His response? "She's just lonely. You're letting it get to you." That night I slept in the living room. I'm starting to suspect that she is trying to monopolize his time. She calls him for over an hour each time he calls. They talk. She complains about her life, etc., almost like she is his girlfriend or something. Update: James and I are getting a divorce. Carla is no longer a friend to me or our mutuals. They are indeed having an affair. They used the ruse that he was helping her through emotional issues to hide the fact. They plan to try and get me to terminate my rights to my child for Carla to adopt her. She is infertile due to an illness she suffered from as a teenager. She wanted a baby so badly and to get me out of the picture so they could play happy family with my daughter. I was stunned. She then asked me if I was happy for tearing their family apart. I had to look at her for a second. She tore my family apart. I wanted to slap her so bad. Because of her, my daughter is probably going to lose her father. My in-laws have decided to cut ties with James after this. He openly disrespected them when they gave me a place to stay after I was kicked out of the house. They also decided to foot the cost of a lawyer since I was a stay-at-home mom. The good thing was I got full custody of my daughter with supervised visitation from my ex. His own words came back to haunt him. I had proof of all his threats and the blackmail of him trying to get me to sign away my rights, and the judge wasn't happy. He tore into James and Carla about their behavior, how they tried to blackmail me, and how they were lucky that I didn't press extortion charges. Next up, my protection order was granted because of all the unwarranted behavior and aggression towards me. My mother-in-law, who stayed beside me in court, is the one who volunteered to facilitate the supervised visits until my divorce became final. If Carla and James try to contact me again, unless it is strictly about our daughter, then they both will go to jail. Lastly, after court, James said something that broke my heart about our daughter. If he can't have primary custody, he will petition to terminate his rights. After we thought everything was through, my soon-to-be ex-husband has been hospitalized. Carla called me crying despite the order. James tried to commit suicide and she found him just in time. He tried to overdose on his prescriptions and now he is in the hospital. The doctors don't know how long he will be there.